Hi, I'm Gabriel. Welcome to Gabe's Healing Kitchen, where we get to the root of your greatest health need and ignite your inner capacity to self-heal disease. So I, as a functional medicine nutritionist, health educator, and expert in fat loss, who covered many holistic disciplines with over a decade of education, I see things from a very well-rounded perspective, and I feel I have a unique vantage point, having covered more disciplines than what is commonplace among most health professions. And so with that holistic lens and some key areas that I emphasize more than what's common in fitness, dietetic, and clinical industries, and within the world of academic education, health classes are not taught, especially not from a holistic point of view. And the food, which is our foundation to remaining well, and how I've stayed out of doctor's offices throughout the past couple decades, which I've found to be one of the more peaceful activities, quietly cooking scratch meals in my kitchen. It's very needed, and so I have a holistic health class with 30 lessons that cover a wide range of topics in a few key categories, and those three categories are the ones that build our health time and again. And that's our food as medicine, functional movement, and slowing stress. So, in the food behavior part, I teach people in one of the lessons how to design their own healing kitchen. So, over the years with my academic education that led to a master's degree and clinical experiences in functional medicine, the cost-effective aspect of how I design menus for families is the most important, because people constantly say that healthy eating is not affordable. So cost-effective, time-efficient, because we have to fit it in around the what for some is chaotic calendars and school schedules, mandatory meetings, etc., the things that get in the way, which I happen to have a lot of experience navigating around those things that when life gets in the way. And that's part of what I teach. So, design your own healing kitchen. So part of that is how to make buying groceries cost effective. So we can then come into our kitchen and turn it into a few simple meals, let's say breakfast, lunch, dinner, a shake, a snack, and a dessert to last for our week. And adapt these different meals based on cultural and family food favorites, those comfort foods that people enjoy, that'll vary person to person, culture to culture, family to family. The seasons, when seasons change, fall, spring, winter, summer, and what grocers are locally available to an individual. The food budget that a person has based on their level of income. I adapt to all these different factors that impact how someone eats, what they eat, but we can all arrive at similar health status, what doctors look at. Okay? So I want to take a moment to show my pantry, since pantry, fridge, and freezer assessment is one of the aspects of the lesson in my class on designing your own healing kitchen. Take a quick second and just imagine if we could teach a young adult and adolescent generation who are the future of this world. In a place like America, where there are billions, if not trillions of dollars wrapped up in chronic disease, if somebody like myself and a handful of people who are courageous enough and well-rounded enough to go teach a generation how to turn simple food at the grocery store into meals and make the decision to address the social, emotional components of eating and economic as well. Those are the three big ones that I believe get in the way most. Young people care about their social lives, and we're all supposed to be relational people. Life's about relationships. However, one should not have to choose between socializing or being relational, enjoying their time with others they love, and nourishing their health in their body at the same time. You should not set yourself on course or your child on to a lifetime of poor health simply for the enjoyment that is emotional tied to your food favorites. So I decided to embark upon diving deeper into these areas on the social, the emotional, the economic, and the grocery store food purchase aspect, examining all types of grocers and coming up with food prep strategies for all types of foods, all food groups. And so I embarked upon a lot of these aspects and developed strategies for when life gets in the way. So the cost-effective piece. So I'd like to take a minute to show some simple canned goods and items that I've used for a number of years. And so once you arrive at a handful of meals that you can rinse and repeat for different times in your week, even when time is of the essence surrounding work and snacks, and when you have cravings or late at night, you want something sweet. Or let's say it's a movie night or a date night, whatever the case may be. I have found that there are all kinds of ideas, thought patterns, beliefs that have been adopted by the masses, by people at large around America, based on what they've read or heard through media, that are faulty, that are not accurate, they're not the truth. They can't be the truth because why have I been able to navigate around them and remain healthy, strong, and lean for life with ease for so many years? So I'm living proof, and the proof is usually in the pudding, right? And maybe we'll go make some pudding. So, cans of beans. I actually have found that a simple, call it a Mexican chili, which can be a platter, beans, corn, and potatoes in the canned variety, along with frozen spinach, and paired with some kind of meat, let's say ground beef or fish, whatever your preference. I've used that as a staple. That can be lunch, it can be dinner, for quite some time. So, let's see here. What do we have? Pumpkin and a version of tomato sauce, tomato puree, crushed tomatoes. I've used these large 29-ounce cans for a number of years as well. And here you can see the pumpkin. Great value. Well, guess where the pumpkin came from? None other than the vilified Walmart, which is a grocery store that really changed the landscape a number of years ago in grocery. So, and on that, I show people how they can shop at all types of stores, regular supermarkets and health food stores alike. And, oftentimes people are surprised and even shocked to learn that some of the things they really adopted as a belief, or even types of foods that they thought they had to eat, that they've heard, must be a part of a healthy diet, are foods that people like myself, we haven't had them in many years, if ever. So it's very satisfying to me to be able to free people from a lot of these mindsets, ideas, and beliefs they've adopted about what a nutritious meal plan looks like. So, pasta. Pasta is one of those foods that seems to get negative press surrounding the nutrition health world, right? And so, some people may have a gluten sensitivity. I've actually found that I tolerate, I eat bread pretty much every day, some kind of whole grains, even that have wheat in it, and no problem. Outside of celiac disease, there's no reason to write those foods off unless there's some clinical testing and there is evidence to show that. But of course, always listen to your body, be in tune with your digestive system, and when there are certain symptoms that can affect other areas like the immune and nervous system, then that's something that I show people how to navigate around as well. So recently I've come across a variety of very inexpensive pastas. I want to say they were below $2 or some below $1, surprisingly. All different types, from penne to rotini to shells like macaroni. I happen to really like rotini, but there's all kinds, including family size. And so that's really good news for the family who struggles to put meals on the table for 3, 4, 5, 6 or more people, right? So here's an example of a cracker that at Walmart that I've been purchasing for a while now, for a little over $2 for 7 ounces. So that's better than many of the health advertised crackers that other stores advertise. So oftentimes the health food stores, even your Sprouts and your Trader Joe's, some of the health food stores, you can overspend there very easily, and it's not necessary. So I have a top 6 grocery stores list in a document that's a part of my grocery food products lesson. And so I want to make you aware of the class that I teach. And so if you're in charge of a school of any type, a rec center, a church, if you have any kind of a group that meets, I would love to have the opportunity to teach a lesson to your class. And don't want to forget that what's unique about this class, I decided I wanted something that was academically credible with actual assignments. So there's worksheets to complete that they get an actual grade. And I think a class like this and many others need to be academically credible so that institutions in the future, my goal is to sit down and talk with people in schools and all kinds of companies, for those who really are looking for answers and they want to be a part of change and movements on how to build health holistically here in the North Dallas community. So if you have any questions, or you have someone in your life that might want to sign up for my class and just to learn about how to build health, there are aspects of this that involve functional medicine, autism, ADHD, and special needs, clinical health overall, the science of stress, sleep, things that I covered for many years. And there's some functional fitness. As someone who for many years has had to learn on my own how to navigate a nerve condition and figure that out on my own, there is definitely an emphasis in some of the lessons on chronic nerve pain and other nerve symptoms and conditions and how to navigate around that naturally. So there's a whole lot in there. I wanted to provide a blueprint for just an idea of what the class is about. It's very well rounded, and I personally enjoy having puzzles, games, trivia, different types of questions and ways of having the education be taught and learned in the worksheets for each of the 30 lessons. There's also some lessons on topics of leadership and things that relate to mental health. So I'm looking forward to it. And if you have any questions about how to make meals cost effective that fit your comfort, your family, your food budget, or different seasons of the year, including the holidays, I'm all ears, and you can email me at gabe@elevatedwellness.biz, and I look forward to speaking with you. If you would like a menu design for you, then I'm happy to do that to cater to a clinical health condition that a doctor diagnosed, or if you simply have a fitness goal that you're trying to achieve, or if you're an athlete on the field and trying to make it on a team sport or just perform at a high level, good nutrition can help you do that. And so, as someone who's certified precision nutrition coach and a master's in functional medicine, which enables me to look at biochemical labs. And so when you go to your doctor, they send you to a laboratory to get some tests done. I can look at those and make assessments. And what makes my service on menu design very unique is teaching the art of how to grocery shop to design a healing kitchen and then turn it into meals. And so I really cover every aspect that is needed to teach people how they can actually sustain for the long haul. Not just, it doesn't make much sense to get well once or for a little while, only to go back and have health problems again, does it? I don't think so. And so that's why I chose not to go that direction. I don't go to pharmacies. I rely on food to live well, as far as that part of it. And then stress, sleep, a bit of exercise, all those things are important as well. So I look forward to speaking with you, and I'll do future videos on a variety of topics. But as always, my focus is to teach people something they can apply to have greater quality of life. Until next time, think belief, be determined, and do hard things.